guys, so welcome back to the puppy series. Going to make a video on how to teach your puppy the out or the drop it command, whatever you want to call it. I use the word out and why it's so important. So, I mean, obviously, I don't think I need to explain why it's important. If you have a new puppy or any dog, rescue, foster, whatever you're bringing into your home, all my dogs need to know what out means. Like I said, it's obvious. They put things in their mouth that they're not supposed to have. Things that could kill them, things that they just shouldn't have, things that are important to you, valuable items, whatever it may be. If you have a puppy, it puts everything in its mouth. Absolutely everything. That's how they explore, guys. So for me, it is crucial that my dogs understand what out or drop it means. So the way I go about this, I like to teach drop it with a tug toy like the one Kaiser has right there. I'll show you the other way that most people do it is with redirecting with treats, throwing treats on the ground. I'm going to show you that, but what I'm going to try to explain why I like using the tug toy better. So I have Huskies. If you have a Husky, you know that most Huskies do not like to play fetch. I wish they did, but mine never do. They'll play it a little bit, throw the ball, they bring it back, they do that a couple times, and I feel like they look at me like, every time I bring this ball back, you whip it across the yard, this game sucks. So I like to utilize tug with my Huskies, my board and trains, any dog that'll play fetch, I'll do that as well. I love playing fetch and incorporating obedience, but you can incorporate tug, you can incorporate the word out, your out command, through a game of fetch or through a game of tug. So my dogs, I play tug with them every day. We're always playing tug, and I teach them out through a game of tug. So why I think this is super beneficial is because my dogs hear the word out thousands and thousands of times through interacting with me through a healthy game of tug, and they always get that item back. So when I say out, they release it, but then I give it back, or I put them in a sit, down, stand, place, whatever. I always throw obedience into my games. The idea though, guys, is that when they hear out, they never think that they're not getting the item back. So when I need to say out, when they actually have something that I don't want them to have, they drop it automatically. They don't even think about it. So where I think a lot of people fail is that they'll get a puppy or a dog and they never say the word out to their dog or drop it until the dog has something valuable, and then they rip it out of the dog's mouth. So if every time your dog gets a slipper, gets your wallet, I don't know, you're out on a walk, I always say they pick up a chicken bone, something that they just shouldn't absolutely have. This guy picked up a dead chipmunk the other day when we were out in front of the house. I tried my out command, it didn't work. I mean, he's only been here 3 or 4 weeks, we're just starting this stuff. I had to rip it out of his mouth. It's exactly what I'm talking about. If that's the only time your dog ever hears that word out or drop it, a couple things happen. You create a dog that as soon as you say out, they run away with it. They don't come back to you. They just try to avoid you because they know you're the fun wrecker. You're coming, you're taking all the fun away. Or then they try to swallow it like quicker because, again, same reason. You're going to come and take it away. So for me, I think it's really important that your dog understands when they have something in their mouth, out means drop that item no matter what. And if you do this through play and through tug, it becomes a default for them when they hear it, when they're all jacked up and they get that dead chipmunk. In 6 months from now, he gets that dead chipmunk in his mouth, and I say out, he's not going to think that he's never getting that back. He's going to think we're playing, most likely. That's how it works. So that's my explanation on how I teach it and why I like to do it with the game of tug or with the game of fetch. It's the same idea versus just throwing treats in the ground. Both ways work, but my dogs are eventually going to be hearing out through tug, so I just start with that from the beginning. You can do whatever you want to do. That's just what and how I do it. So for tug or for out with a tug toy, the way I do it, the way everybody does it, it's not my idea, I stole this myself. So the idea is that when your dog has a toy in its mouth and we're moving it around, guys, we're simulating prey, right? This squeaky toy, that simulates a dying animal. That's what that is, right? So we're simulating play. when you take this tug toy or this toy, whatever it is, and I move it around and I squeak it, it's fun. It's a big ass party. It's a game. It's something to do. Usually, when the thing that I have stops moving, right? When this thing stops moving, so I like to hold it against my body sometimes, especially with the bigger dogs because they're very strong. This thing can't move. It can't move. If this thing doesn't move, it's not fun to bite. So the second his teeth come off, yes, good boy. I use my marker word, I say yes, and I give it right back to him, okay? I'm not even using the word out or drop it or anything yet. I'm just trying to get him to understand. When your teeth come off, yes, good boy. It's fun. It's a big game, all right? So, full disclaimer, he's been here about 3 weeks. I have been laying these words down on him, but we haven't done this type of session. I wanted to do it for the first time on video for you guys so you can see it with a dog that doesn't know it, okay? So, here we go. I've been doing some of this with the flirt pole too. I'll say out, and if he drops it, I say, yeah, good job, buddy, but I haven't done this to show him how exactly it works yet. All right, so if you have a toy that you can put both sides of your hands on, that's where that's gonna be super helpful. This is kind of hard to do with a tennis ball if he's got it in their mouth. So I like to teach it like this. So I'll go like this, and then I'll say out. Yes, good boy. I keep it still. The second his mouth comes off, he gets it back, okay? And then we go back into a game of tug. Now I'm gonna let him win because sometimes it's not fun if you lose every time, right? Oh, good boy. You're so strong. You're so strong. All right? All right. Out. Yes, good boy, Kaiser. Oh, all right. So I should have said this before. Go watch the video on marker words and clickers. So that's why I'm saying yes. I'm marking it the second he does it. So this goes a lot quicker if your dog knows what the marker is, okay? Or the marker word. Out. Yes, good boy. Good job, all right? Good boy. All right. So he's going actually a lot faster than I thought he was going to. Sometimes you got to hold this a little bit longer. They don't quite get it. Oh, you're so strong, big man. You're so strong. So I'm going to start showing you how I incorporate a little bit of obedience into it. He only knows sit. He doesn't even know down yet. We've been just starting it, but I'll try to throw in a sit here. I love doing this when they get all fired up. All right, out, sit. Sit. No. Sit. Yes, good boy. Good catch, buddy. Good catch, all right? So it takes him a little while. He's a puppy. He's going to get it. Eventually, I'm going to start throwing in downs, stand. He kind of knows what place is, so we'll throw in a place. Out. Place. Yes, good boy, buddy. Good boy, all right? All right, so real easy, guys. That's how I teach out. So I'll do that with a rope toy, anything you can grab your hands on. Again, hold it to your body, keep it still. If it's not moving, it's not fun for them to bite on, okay? So the other way that you've probably already seen, if you've done any research on this, just get yourself a pocket full of treats. Whatever your dog has, it's called trading up or trading down. You want a higher value item than what they have in their mouth, okay? So listen, if you have a puppy and you don't have a pocket full of treats at all time or kibble, you're crazy and you're doing it all wrong. So you need this stuff because they grab your stuff. You're not always doing a training session when your dog grabs your wallet or your expensive sunglasses or whatever. And I'm speaking from experience. So some people put a command on this called trade. To me, it's the same thing. It's just out. When you have something in your mouth, just out it, okay? So he's got that thing right there. All you do is say out, and you throw a piece of kibble. Yes, good job. You're just redirecting it, okay? Give that back to him. Let him finish chewing. Here you go, buddy. You want it? You want it? Good boy. Good boy. Go get it. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. Get it. Good boy. No. I know, so these are much higher value than that chew item, so that bite toy. Good boy. Good boy. You're supposed to hold on to it. You're supposed to hold on to it. Okay. Out. Yes, good boy, right? So I just like to teach the out with the tug toy versus the throwing the food on the ground or bribing the dog. Same thing, throwing the treats on there. But do whatever works for your dog. I just really enjoy doing the tug because I like playing with the dogs, and I think when they're playing with me, it's also engagement now too. It's not just me chucking food. You know, nothing wrong with that. Like I said, that works too. It works really well. And you can take other toys too, right? You can just take another toy and redirect them. The idea is if the item that you throw on the ground has more value than the item they have in their mouth, they'll most likely let go and go for the other thing. However, I feel like when I'm playing with them and I'm teaching it this way, it's more of a relationship building thing. Again, they're coming back to me to play and engaging with me. I just really enjoy that part of it more than just chucking food on the ground. So do whatever works for your dog, though. Just telling you what I do and why I do it. So hopefully that made sense. Not really rocket science. And again, tons of other videos out there. Probably some other tricks that you can do that I'm forgetting. Like I said, I just do the tug thing because honestly, it just works every time. So hopefully this helps you. Good luck.